Hello everyone! Welcome back to Storybook Farm in Stardew Valley. Good morning, Arhu. You're going to have a nice cozy day in front of the fire, aren't you? It's a rainy day again here in Stardew Valley. I didn't check Welwick first, oh well. Welcome to Living Off the Land. We're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. Woes from crows? Sounds like you need a scarecrow. Placing a scarecrow on your farm deters crows from a pretty good distance. Make sure you protect your valuable crops. One more thing. Need a bigger backpack to hold all your stuff? Check your local general store. I think Pierre must have paid to get Farmer Greenbean to mention him. Welcome back to Welwick's Oracle. If you seek hidden knowledge of the future, well, you've come to the right place. The spirits are somewhat annoyed today. Luck will not be on your side. Oh well, at least they're not terribly displeased. They've improved their mood a little. Maybe someone went and got them a coffee from the Stardrop Saloon. And our forecast... Oh my goodness, 3 rainy days in a row. This is wonderful for me, frankly, because we have a large number of farm plots that we have only had to water once. I like it. I'm going to grab my hoe and go ahead and fix that. And I'm going to check my crafting. I am able to make fertilizer. And that is going to dictate what we're doing with these farm plots. I'm going to grab all of the sap we've been collecting from trees and craft it into fertilizer. That will be enough for our current plots. Lovely. Just gonna refill the furnace here. And check the mail. Missing. I lost my favorite axe. If you find it, please return ASAP. I'm having a tough time without it. There's 250 gold in it for whoever finds the thing. Robin. We will accept the quest. We have a new journal entry, Robin's lost axe, and it has a clue for us. Robin lost her favorite axe. The last time she remembers using it, she was cutting wood south of Marnie's ranch. We're not going to head down there today because I have other things in mind to do on this rainy day. What I am going to do is do a little bit of chopping before we head out to the mines because I would like to make a couple of tree tappers. We have already smelted 3 copper bars and we have another one in the furnace. Each of the tree tappers that we want to make takes 2. So if we can get 80 wood before we do anything else, we will be able to put 2 tappers on trees today. I believe that I was missing acorns for crafting new field snacks. So I'm going to focus on getting a couple of oak trees first. Oak trees are the ones with the smaller leaves compared to the maple trees. Just like in real life. Maple leaves have big, broad leaves. Oak trees can have fairly large leaves, depending on the tree, but they're not quite as large and broad. They're more elongated. Another thing that you can do if you see tree seeds that have dropped in the ground, you can hit them with your axe or your pickaxe to pick them up. What we can't do yet is chop these big stumps. We will need to upgrade our axe before it has that capability. I'm just going to get these weeds so that I can reach all of the dropped wood from the tree that I chopped. And also clear a little bit. All right, we have 81 wood. That is enough for our current purposes. So back up we go. I do have a few more pine cones in the chest. So I am going to make 3 more field snacks. We used a good amount of energy chopping those trees, and it will be nice to be able to refill that if we spend the rest of the day, as I plan to, doing energy-intensive things like mining or fishing. And now we're going to grab our last copper bar and do some crafting. So all 3 of the wild spawning trees, as opposed to the fruit trees that you can plant, can be tapped. Each of them produces something different. We only have 2 tappers, but it's an easy choice to make. We are going to tap a maple tree in order to be sure that we have maple syrup early on. And we're going to tap an oak tree so that we get oak resin early on. The pine tar that you can get from tapping pine trees is a little bit less important to us. Now I just want to check something. Okay, I could not remember whether I had already filled in that spring foraging bundle or not. So I am going to do that now. Our leeks are in the chest in town. I'm going to do that now so that we unlock the next bundle. I don't think I actually went over the community center bundles yet. We went to Rasmodius and he helped us interpret the Junimos scrolls. If you open up your inventory menu with the E key and click on community center, you can check the requirements. The very first of the crafts room bundles is the spring foraging bundle, 1 of every spring foraging item. There's also a winter foraging bundle, a summer foraging bundle, a fall foraging bundle, and obviously we will not be able to complete those until we reach the respective seasons. Finally, there's the exotic foraging bundle. It requires 5 out of a possible 9 items. 2 of those items are maple syrup, oak resin, and pine tar. There are also cave carrots, red and purple mushrooms, morel mushrooms, cactus fruit, and coconuts. Generally, I tend to complete this with items other than the cactus and coconut because you cannot access those until you have unlocked another area of the map that is probably going to take us longer than finding mushrooms and making another tapper to get some pine tar. The easiest and fastest way to do it is the 3 tree resins or syrups, cave carrots, which appear commonly even on the lower levels of the mine, and then whichever mushroom you're able to get first. Aside from the exotic foraging bundle, there's also the construction bundle, and this is just a matter of grinding wood, stone, and after you have upgraded your axe, hardwood. Pretty simple, but at this point in the game, we can't get the hardwood yet, so I'm not even going to worry about the other items until we're at the point where we can complete the whole bundle. At that point, I will not be so desperately in need of wood and stone for early crafting projects. Now we've made a little bit of room in this chest, so I am going to put the potatoes and the green beans away. Sorry, I'm going to put the green beans away, just so that I have a few. I'm going to keep 2 potatoes. The rest are going to be sold in order to buy more seeds. We have 6 slots here, 9 slots here, 2 slots here. So 17 slots to fill. We're going to do that fairly directly so that I don't get distracted, which is really easy to do in the early game when there's a lot to do. Speaking of distracted, ooh, shiny, wiggly worms. We found another library book. Yeah, so I'm going to actually buy my seeds before I do anything else, and then I will pop in and say hello to Harvey and fill the community center bundle. I might plant the seeds first and fill the community center bundle on the way up to the mine. Think about that. We have a quest to slay 8 green slimes. Since we're planning to go down the mine today anyway, that should be easy to do. Hi Abigail, are you feeling more cheerful today? Oh no. I think my dad's going to cook dinner tonight. Probably because your mom asked him to. I'm happy to buy any produce off you. I'll give you a fair price, of course. I'm so glad to hear that, Pierre, because I have a brand new crop of potatoes, and 1,200 gold seems to me a very fair price. We just made a lovely profit, and we are going to be buying parsnip seeds and putting them down on our fertilized crop. And we're going to continue to replant parsnip seeds on that fertilized section all through the season. They only take 4 days, so we'll be able to get quite a few crops in. And our aim and our goal is going to be to get at least 5 gold star quality parsnips. And as I suspected might be the case, I didn't do the math in my head, but I was hopeful after selling those potatoes. We do have enough money for something we have been wanting for a long time, the backpack upgrade. And the clouds raining down on Stardew Valley burst open, and choirs of angels start singing hallelujah as our inventory space doubles. This is such a game changer. Look at this. We have room in our backpack for everything we need. The 24 slot backpack, if you are on top of your inventory management, if you're not someone who leaves a lot of extraneous things around because you make judicious use of chests, you'll probably find that the 24 slot backpack can get you well into the mid to late game. Nutrition is important, so make sure and eat well. Try to increase your vegetable intake. Harvey, you're so concerned for my health. It's really sweet. Home-cooked meals are best. Do you cook? Not yet. I need to earn a lot more money so that I can renovate my house, get an actual stove, sink, and refrigerator. At the moment, I'm just eating raw green onions and field snacks and occasionally dumpster-dived bread from the Straw Drop Saloon. I know, it's not the healthiest choice, but you know, when you're trying to make a go of it on your grandpa's old farm and you don't have a lot of funds available, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm hungry. Where's Mom? Vincent, she's right behind you. Did you wipe your boots off before coming in? Oh, sorry, I just cleaned the floor. Jody, if you're cleaning the floor in the town square, you really need to find a hobby, something else to do with your time. But you're always welcome in here, haha. Oh, Jody, your rainy day dialogue is pretty funny when it happens outside of your house and not inside. We're just going to stop down here to grab a leek and some fish to pop in our chest. I'm going to leave the rare disc for another day because I'm just worried that if I don't get home, plant these seeds, and get up to the community center, I won't make it to the mine in time to make any progress. We just got a cutscene. This is exciting. Ew. It smells. What's that sound? Why is it locked? I want to explore the sewers! Vincent, that's gross. I think Gunther has the key. Professor Gunther? The man who runs the museum? Why do you think he has it? I saw a big, rusty old key fall out of his pocket one time. A creepy sewer door like this has just got to be a match for a big, rusty old key. Jazz, you're kind of scary observant. You remind me of my 10-year-old who is also terrifyingly able to notice things that she really has no business noticing. What was that squelching noise? What was that sound? There's something moving around in there. Fear not, children. I will go and check it out. Dot, dot, dot. Well, that was exciting. We have just gotten a little bit of foreshadowing of an unlockable area in the game. Hi, Marnie. Just thought I'd say hi since I was swinging by. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Chaz, are we still strangers after I checked out the creepy old sewer door for you? Hi, Tailspinner. You look like you're soaked, you poor thing. I don't mind the rain. A friend tells me that a warm rain is a pleasant way to get clean. And nothing else to say. Okay. We can't buy, well, we could buy things from Marnie, but we're not going to. We could buy things from Marnie if we had more than 17 gold in our inventory, in our wallet at the moment. We will need to build animals, shelters, buildings, farm buildings for animals before we'll be able to buy any animals from Marnie. And all of the animal care products that she sells have no purpose unless you actually have animals to care for. So we just stopped in to say hi because it was on our way home. Oh, look, because we have the 4 forage items for the community center in our inventory, if we chose to, we could craft wild seeds. I guess that makes us an expert forager according to the library book. And we're going to plant our parsnips. And we're going to think happy thoughts of gold star quality as we do so. Return the sap. Pop these fishies into the chest. 2 chub, 1 carp. And head back out again. It's 2 p.m. By the time we stop by the community center and then head up to the mines, it's going to be probably 4 o'clock, maybe 5, depending on whether we stop to talk to anybody up in the mountains. I think I might skip that this time. It's actually going to be later yet because I did not bring my pickaxe with me and I have to backtrack. But now that we have the big backpack, that's never going to happen again because my core, key, essential tools of the trade can live in my inventory at all times. This is a really big step up for us. I am not going to carry my watering can at all times because I really only use that on the farm. But the pickaxe and the fishing rod, the axe, and the hoe, they live with us forever now. They do not go into the chest. Well, okay, I might put a couple of things in the mining chest just to have a little bit of more inventory space while I'm mining. But I'll pick them up again when I leave the mines, since I always have to go back past that chest anyway, and it's an easy routine to get into. Hey, at least I remembered the pickaxe before I got all the way to the mine this time. Yeah, so it's going to be closer to 5 o'clock by the time we walk all the way through the community center, deliver our spring forage items to the Mundle, It doesn't matter what order you put them in, by the way, but I just like to make it match. You can also put one item in when you don't have the others yet, and the bundle won't be complete, but you can put it there rather than having it take up room in your chest and having to remember not to sell it because you need it. Our reward is 30 spring seeds. We're not going to plant those now. We're not going to plant them today because I really want to get some mining done. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow. I probably will go ahead and hoe out some more garden plots for those spring seeds. It's free income just for the cost of our watering time. If it feels like the watering is getting too monotonous for viewers and making the episodes longer than they need to be, I'll just edit it out so that people don't need to sit through me rambling about random things while I water an extra 30 crops in addition to the 36 that we planted right before the first rainy day and our original crop plots. Let me know in the comments whether you want me to keep the watering in or whether you'd prefer to have it edited out now that it's getting a little bit more time consuming and there's less it's going to be a little bit of a stretch to come up with relevant things to talk about while mining, that's for sure. Well, not while mining, while watering, when I've got so much to water every morning. So if you'd prefer, I can certainly edit out the watering starting after tomorrow. So we've got an overrun area right at the beginning, and it is incredibly dark. It's almost tempting to go up the ladder and reset just to see if we get some more torches on this level. It will still be overrun, I believe, if we come back. I don't think that you can bypass having an overrun area. I don't know if it's just in this section between, yeah, it's so hard to see the Dougie, and I didn't bring any torches with me. And there aren't any torches I can pick up. I'm gonna just experiment with resetting and see. Yeah, okay. So we are definitely going to have to pass one, at least, infested level in order to open the next elevator. But hopefully we can pick up a torch or two off the floor before we get to it. The last time we tried this section, from level 10 down to level 15, we didn't get the infested level until the very last one before the elevator. And then it was the first one when we tried again. So if we're lucky, we'll get a level with some torches that spawn on the ground. We'll pick up those torches, and then if we get another dark level like that one, it will not be quite so difficult. We'll be able to place a torch down on the floor so that we can at least see where the Dougies are. So far, so good. Get some copper. The infested level actually would have been a really good thing for our slime slaying quest. Almost guaranteed to get them all in a very short period of time. But it was just impossible to see the monsters with the level so dark. When the crab is inside its shell, you can't do any damage to it. But here, let me show you a fun little trick. If you hit it with your pickaxe enough times, it will lose its shell, and then it will cower away from you looking very pitiful, and you can kill it very quickly and easily. I kind of feel bad for doing that, actually. Seems a little mean. I'm not seeing any slimes, and we do have a quest for slaying slimes, but we still have another day. Oh, we don't have to get them all today. We can come back and try again tomorrow as long as we get it done early enough in the day. We'll be all right. All right, Dougie. Oh, that was so badly done. This is why once I have a bigger sword, I just tank them, because the having to move off of the sand and then make sure that your cursor is correctly set up to hit them properly is annoying. All right, we're going to break this giant rock just to get the large number of stones it will produce. And then you see this swirly purple one? That is a rock that holds a gem. And it's really worth recognizing those because gems are nice. They make good presents. We've already given a topaz to Gunther, so we're free to save that for someone who might enjoy it. We're also free to get slimed by not standing in a better location while we do battle. Oh, I can't wait to have a better sword. It will make things much easier. I am not feeling so very eager to do that I'm willing to pay Marlin for an overpriced sword, however. I'm hopeful that if we're lucky, we'll get one as a monster drop, a better weapon at least. It doesn't have to be a sword, a monster drop or a fishing treasure chest before we get down to level 20. But I have made it to level 20 with the rusty sword on several different occasions. It is very doable. It's not easy, but it's doable. A better weapon definitely helps it happen faster. But getting to level 20 with the rusty sword is not at all out of our range of ability. And when we get there, the reward at level 20 will be a better sword. And a better sword than any that we'll be likely to be able to buy before that. So the plan at the moment is to save our money for other things, to hope for a better sword from either a fishing chest or a monster. To try not to get slimed in the meantime. To not forget to grab ourselves a torch or two while we can. Gonna eat this green algae now. And I don't think we're going to make it down again. This is starting to feel a little bit like Groundhog Day. We are being frustrated in our intentions and efforts. How are we doing for the monsters? We've gotten 6. So if we have to come back again tomorrow for the monster quest, at the very least, we'll only have to find 2 slimes before we complete it. Unless we get extremely lucky with ladders, and I do mean extremely lucky. We're not making it down. Yeah. I was just taking a quick look to see if there was a second slime just so that we could complete the quest. And actually, this is pushing things a little bit, but I'm just going to pop down and see if there is an immediately visible slime that we can kill so that we don't have to come back tomorrow to finish the quest. This is going to mean we need to race to bed because we are leaving the mine at 12:30 instead of 12. However, we now have killed all the slimes we needed to. All we have to do tomorrow to get our reward is talk to Lewis, and that frees us up to use tomorrow for something other than mining. Honestly, I'm starting to feel just a tiny bit frustrated with the way mining has been going the last 2 episodes. So I think I'm going to take a break for it. Some fishing tomorrow, perhaps. Maybe, definitely a bit more planting of our seeds. And we'll leave the mine for a better luck day when we're more likely to get ladders and make progress. If it turns out to be a really, really lucky day tomorrow, and we get all our crops planted, I'll consider it. I'll consider going down the mine again. But unless it's a really lucky day, I'm just tired of making it part of the way down and not unlocking the elevator. Well, we are going to have to race to bed here. This is cutting it closer than I like to. Good night, Arhu. Sleep well. Go to sleep for the night. Thank you so much for joining me today. We've leveled up our farming. We can now craft a stone fence, a mayonnaise machine, which won't do us any good until we have chickens, a sprinkler, which won't do us very much good since it only waters the crops that are directly adjacent. It doesn't water the diagonal tiles. And so I'm not going to bother with that quite yet. It's nice to have better watering can and hoe proficiency, though. That's a good thing. We didn't make very much money today, just those few fish that we weren't able to sell in the previous episode. That's it for this one. Thanks again for watching. Please give me a like or a comment, any suggestions on how I can improve, and do let me know about editing out watering or not. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.